I'm frustrated because my rich boyfriend doesn't understand that I'm not as rich as him and I can't afford things. He grew up with a lake house, an actual lake house, with a dock and a boat and a golden retriever in every childhood photo. I grew up counting quarters for laundry and learning which food pantries judged you the least. We met at a mutual friend's wedding a little over a year ago, and in the beginning, the money gap felt like a quirky detail instead of a fault line. He thought it was cute that I meal prep. I thought it was cute that he didn't know what a security deposit was. Here's my reality. He lives 90 minutes away. I legally can't drive because of a seizure condition, so it's the train or nothing, and a round trip costs more than my weekly groceries. I work retail, $14 an hour before taxes, and rent swallows most of my check by the second week of the month. So when I say I can't visit every weekend, it's not a mood, it's math. He does not experience it as math. He experiences it as rejection. The first time I said I couldn't come because I was short on money, he went silent for 2 days, then sent me a paragraph about how people make time for what matters. So I made it matter harder. I walked 40 minutes to work for a month to bank the bus fare. I sold my old textbooks. I skipped lunches for 2 weeks straight to afford a single ticket. He never knew about any of it because whenever I tried to explain, he'd get this pained look like I was performing poverty for sympathy. So I stopped explaining and started showing. I sent him my payslip, my rent breakdown, a screenshot of my bank account sitting at $11, 4 days out from payday. He looked at all of it and said, "So pull from savings." What savings? Then he asked to go through my spending because he was sure I was hiding something. He scrolled my statement line by line and stopped on a $6 iced coffee from 3 weeks earlier and held the phone up like a lawyer presenting evidence. "You can afford this, but not me. That coffee was the one thing I bought myself on my birthday, and I apologized for it. I actually said sorry." After that, he started calling my job the excuse. As in, let me guess, the excuse has you working Saturday. And it isn't only the travel. When I'm at his place, we cook together, which sounds romantic until the Venmo request lands for half the groceries. This is a man with a wine fridge splitting a $9 block of Parmesan with a girl who ate rice and eggs all week together. One visit, he planned a steakhouse dinner with his friends and announced we'd split the bill evenly. My share came to $60. I ordered a side salad and paid it because I didn't want to embarrass him in front of everyone. A month later, I found out he'd told those same friends I was weird about money. Him, about me. The gifts made it worse. For my birthday, he handed me a designer bag that cost more than my rent, then seemed genuinely confused when I got quiet instead of thrilled. For his birthday, I put money aside for 6 weeks and bought him a decent bottle of whiskey. He opened it in front of his roommate, laughed, and said, "You didn't have to get me anything. I know things are tight for you." His roommate didn't know where to look. I did. At the floor. Here's the thing that actually keeps me up at night. In 13 months, he has never once come to see me. Not once. He owns a car, too, actually. When I asked him to visit, he said my town kind of depresses him and that it's just easier at his place. Easier for who? Even his mom once asked why I always take the train up, and he answered for me. She likes it. My sister keeps telling me that love with an invoice attached isn't love. I told her he just doesn't get it. She said that's the problem. He doesn't want to. Then last month something shifted, or I thought it did. He offered to pay for my train ticket. Called it a gift, said he'd been thinking about everything I'd said. I stood on that platform holding a ticket I didn't have to bleed for, and I teared up because for 1 second, I believed he finally understood. And the weekend was perfect. No bill splitting, no comments. He held my hand at the farmer's market and told me he was proud of us. He even bought my return ticket without me asking. I rode the train home thinking we'd finally turned a corner. Then this week, my manager scheduled me a double shift on Saturday. I called and told him I couldn't come and offered to stay on video chat with him the whole evening instead. I even sent him a photo of the schedule. He got short with me, said, "Sure, whatever works for you," and hung up first. His texts that night were 1 word each, then nothing. Read at 9:41. I told myself he just needed a night to cool off. That's what I fell asleep believing. This morning, I woke up to a Venmo request, $47, the ticket, and the memo said, "You'd find the money if you actually loved me."